My name is Stan Richards, Platinum Senior Vice President with 5 Links Enterprises. I drove a bus for the DC Metropolitan Transit Authority for 18 years. An average day was all day for me. I mean, I worked, 80 to 100 hours a week. I would go in early in the morning, work all evening. For me, it was like trading hours for dollars. I had some nice things, but at the end of the day, I didn't have a life. Well, I heard about 5 Links through my nephew. He called me up to ask me to borrow my basement to do his grand opening 5 Links meeting. When I seen that technology, I was blown away because we all knew that one day we would make a phone call and see the person that we're talking to and it's here. So I got started immediately.
The 5 Links opportunity captured my attention because of the fact that it was products and services I was using every day. Why not position myself to get paid on bills that I pay every single month, and I can write them off on my taxes at the end of every year? So I couldn't find a reason not to at least give it a shot.
After about 45 days in the business, I reached the second pin level in 5 Links, which is executive director. At that position, I was beginning to match my full-time salary at the transit system. So, at that point, I said, you know what? I could probably get off the bus doing 5 Links. We can no longer hide behind our full-time jobs because we don't know if it's going to be there. I believe now people are starting to get in and understand that we're going to have to go out and create our wealth. And what this opportunity allows us to do with a very small investment is to position yourself in front of a major shift in wealth and be in a position to get paid off the technology. I really love the video phone. First of all, I get to see my family and friends all over the country. I take it to Starbucks and Panera, and I boot that thing up and start making phone calls, and people literally start turning over coffee.
We enjoy our lives now because we get to spend every day together doing whatever it is that we please to do. We work from home, so we do carve out the time every day to our business. We have a weekly meeting every Wednesday, but every day we dedicate at least an hour to our business, and that's the flexibility that we have. Stan is my best friend. Even though we work together every day, we still get to have those separate moments as well in our own home. So now what I tell him he has to do is schedule an appointment before he's allowed to come into my office.
The person that you're looking at now is definitely not the person 4 years ago. I've developed in so many different areas of my life. One of my biggest fears was public speaking and getting in front of a room. But now I'm traveling the country, training in front of the room, people with PhDs and doctorates, and that's just huge for me and able now to face a lot of the fears that I had 4 years ago.
Opportunities come and go all the time. They're only missed by people who either don't know or know but don't take action. Living life on purpose, living life by design is success to me.
What I like about working from home is that I have choices now. Growing up in the hood of Washington, D.C., one thing I always wanted to do is to be a professional basketball player. Once I hit senior vice president with this company, the first thing I did was went out and got me a professional basketball court built in my backyard. Now to just see my son, who has the same passion for the sport, to see him actually go out on that court and play there all day and all night long is just priceless. I think for me, my favorite thing with my wife is to exercise. I mean, we are so competitive.
Let's go, pick it up.
So he decides he wants to challenge me to see who's going to get the best results after 90 days. And so if I win, I get an upgrade to my ring to a 3 carat, so I'm not losing that bet.
Number 1, baby, what?
I'm really excited about my brand new 335i. He has his BMW. We have the Bentley, but for some reason I cannot keep him out of my BMW. With this business, you're going to have highs and lows, good times and bad times. And what I believe is that when you have that strong reason for why you're building your business, then you're going to be able to overcome those obstacles and be able to see the big picture, the vision for why you're building your business. We have one of the best teams in 5 Links. One of the fun things that we really like to do with our group is to bring them together and to really build a family atmosphere, because we truly believe that, you know, when you come onto our team, you're more than just a team member. We have team gatherings at our home every so often just to show the team that we love you, we care about you, and we're rooting for your success.
We're very, very serious about building a strong network of people all on one accord to win. Sharice and I are coming up on our 10th year anniversary this coming August. And for me, when we made those vows, for me as a man, I felt like it was my role and my responsibility to provide for my family. I'm positioning myself to leave generational wealth for my 2 sons, and that's huge for me. I feel like as the leader of the family, I've done my job. Sharice and I is just an example of what's possible as a couple if you come together and you really take this business seriously.
This opportunity provides hope and possibilities for anybody.
5 Links is documented, Inc. 500 company for 4 years. There's regular people in our company that's at the top of the comp plan. Anybody can do this business.
All right, everybody. All right. So what I would like to do is welcome everybody. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't move the camera. There we go. All right. I would like to go ahead and welcome everybody to the show today. I am your host. There you go. There you go. All right. Just trying to get the camera straight. All right, everybody. I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If there are any audio issues in the chat room, make sure you let me know. In case you guys don't recognize me, my name is Ricardo Suber. I am a national director in this opportunity called 5 Links. So what I'm actually going to do is go through a brief but detailed overview about what this business is about. You know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and just get right into it. We're going to make this very, very brief, because what I'm going to do tonight, for everybody who's new in this business, and also for people who want to be, or I guess kind of get some more training out of the system, this is going to be for you as well. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to reintroduce the business, kind of go through the presentation, and I'm going to kind of walk you guys through a short but detailed overview about how this business works, okay? So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to transition to a presentation. And this presentation is actually going to break down how this business works and all that good stuff. And what I want all of you guys to do as you guys start to join and log into the chat room, feel free to ask questions. Also invite guests onto this particular show. And we're going to go ahead and get right into it. So you guys check this out. All right. So this business is called 5 Links. All right. So now all 5 Links is, we are simply a direct selling telecommunications company that is also involved in energy. Okay. So the way I was introduced to this opportunity was actually 11 months ago. Last March, around that time frame, a good friend of mine who's also a mentor, he runs a lot of success seminars all around New York City. He had actually asked me if I had heard of 5 Links, and I had kind of heard of it, but I really didn't know what it was. And so basically he said that a good friend of his, a man by the name of Kevin Johnson, big business owner down in New York City, was recommending that he take a look. So he pretty much told me that, you know, he was going to take a look at it, and I basically told him good luck. Well, unbeknownst to me, the business had been pretty good to him, and as a matter of fact, he gave me a call late one morning on his way back from Atlantic City. He had actually gone down there for a national convention in the middle of last May, called me extra excited, told me I needed to get involved. All right. So basically I took a look at the same information I'm about to show you guys, and that is exactly what preceded me getting involved in this business. So that's what I'm actually going to show you guys right now, just a short but detailed overview about how this business works. All right. So let's go ahead and begin. Okay. So now Now, this first slide says your 5 links why. Now, this talks about a lot of the reasons why any of us look at a business opportunity. Spend more time with family, diversify your income, pay off debt. I know a lot of us have debt going on. Children's college fund, give more to charity, and financial freedom. All right. Now, the most important thing about this slide is that you have a why and that you establish it, because you're going to get a lot of inevitable bumps and bruises on the road. All right. There are a lot of people who do not last in business. All right. A lot of people say, well, the toughest businesses are restaurants. Other people say, they're franchises. Regardless of what the business is, if you don't have a strong motivation for doing so, you're not going to be successful. All right. Because business is not easy. But what every successful business owner knows and will tell you, and what it's clear to see, is that it's highly rewarding. Okay? So establish your why. Remind yourself about it every single day. Okay? Now, the next thing that we're going to talk about is the company. So the company is called 5 Links. That's the number 5, L-I-N-X. All right? Now, when I first heard the name 5 Links, I was thinking of Five Guys Burgers and Fries. I assumed that 5 people were running this thing. And when I saw that there were 3 people, I was confused. I'm like, okay, it should have been called 3 Links. But the most important thing about this is that the 5 stands for 5 core principles that this company stands on, which are vision, integrity, opportunity, freedom, and success. And these principles are linked together, hence 5 Links. All right. Now, the company was founded in 2001, so it's no quick, one of these pop-up companies. It's definitely been around for a little while. Now, the co-founders at the bottom have a combined 60+ years of experience in telecom, all right, and direct sales. Now, in the past 4 years in this country, we've been going through a recession. And of course, many of you guys can probably agree that if it's been a recession out there, it's a depression to you, right? Okay, well, in the last 4 years, however, this company has experienced a tremendous amount of growth. In fact, over 800% growth in the past 4 years. It's truly amazing, all right? Now, the headquarters is over 50,000 square feet, very large, up in Rochester, New York. And the most important thing about this slide is that representatives come first, all right? Because they know if that you're making money, you're happy. And if you're happy, you're going to continue to build it. And if you continue to build it, the company is going to continue to grow. All right. And it's actually projected to hit the dollar figure of over $1 billion in the next coming years. All right. So now the next slide I'm going to go into about is about third-party credibility, because I could tell you how great this company is all day, but it means nothing if you can't go out and verify it on your own. All right, so now these are all well-known publications, especially the home-based businesses. If you've ever looked at a home-based business, try to see if you could spend some more time at home, maybe just, relaxing in the comfort of your own home while building your business, then you would know about these magazines such as Success from Home, Your Business at Home, Direct Selling News. A lot of these magazines are well known to people who are trying to build their incomes at home. However, the magazine that means the most to most of us and should mean the most to you is that Inc. magazine. All right, because Inc. is like the sister magazine of Forbes and Fortune magazine. All right, now what Inc. does is they always preview and showcase the 500 fastest growing companies in North America. They do this once a year. All right, so companies such as Google grace the Inc. list twice in a row. You had Amazon twice in a row, Microsoft. All of these big companies were first Inc. companies before they went public. Well, what does this have to do with 5 Links? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you are looking at something that is potentially groundbreaking, and it is groundbreaking, is because 5 Links has not only been featured as one of the 500 fastest growing companies in the nation, but it's been featured in that publication for 4 years straight, and actually 6 years straight when you count the 5,000 fastest growing companies in the nation. All right, you guys? So that's very, very important. So let's go ahead and go into the next slide, because here's where we start to get into the company. This says timing and positioning are the keys to success. All right? Now that's true. You've heard of the phrase being at the right place at the what? At the right time. So first you have the PC industry in the mid-'80s, all right? Now, we didn't cash in on this industry, because before this we were all using typewriters. But a gentleman by the name of Bill Gates truly positioned himself to be able to benefit off of this new innovation. Well, not only was he ingenious, but he was at the right place at the right time. Now is worth over $60 billion today. All right, timing and positioning. Then you have the mid 80s. All right, you have the long distance industry. Well, there was one major long distance carrier throughout the world, and that was AT&T. If you want to make a long distance call just from Manhattan to Queens, that was a long distance call. All right. Well, today we don't even think about long distance because most of us are on cell phones and calls are pretty low. Well, back then, a lot of people were complaining. The government deregulated the long distance industry, and that's when you saw companies like Sprint and MCI. They came out of nowhere and became huge multi-billion-dollar players. Again, a lot of people made their money in these industries. However, most of us did not. We weren't invited to the Sprint and MCI parties. All right. Well, then you have a little bit later on, of course, you have the cellular industry. You remember those big brick phones? They look like weapons. They were huge. All right, the screen was just wide enough to hold about 9 digits. However, this was the major thing back then. It was all about timing and positioning, because even though it doesn't seem like a big deal today, back then that was the thing to have. And those phones cost several thousands of dollars and made a lot of people rich. All right, timing and positioning. Then we have the internet. You have the .coms, you have your Googles, your Microsofts. All of those companies made millions and billions in the 90s as a result of the internet. Again, most of us did not have the opportunity to cash in on those companies. We didn't own private stock in these businesses. We just did not have the ability, nor the wherewithal, nor the resources to be able to profit like many people did. However, the reason why you guys are looking at this presentation tonight is because this opportunity actually allows you to profit, just like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, all these multi-billion-dollar industries. For instance, Carlos Slim, telecommunications. Well, guess what, you guys? What's going on right now is a huge revolution. The first one is VoIP. All right. So VoIP stands for Voice over IP. That means you're using the internet for phone service. This is projected to be the top industry over the next 10 years to be in by the Wall Street Journal, May 2011 edition of last year. You also have text marketing, all these commercials that say text this to that, text this for coupon codes to that, club promoters, personalities, everybody, they predict that 97% of all businesses will have some sort of text marketing service in the next 2 years. Then you have energy. Just like in the mid-80s when long distance deregulated, the same thing is happening with all the major energy monopolies state by state. Well, all 5 links simply allows you to do is position yourself so you can profit over these changes in wealth. All right, so let's go ahead and go into how this exactly works. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is voice over IP, which is VoIP. Again, this simply means that you're using the internet for phone service. This is digital home phone service. Now, our company is called GlobalLinks. Now, GlobalLinks is our version of Vonage. Okay? As a matter of fact, we beat out Vonage as one of the top 100 digital phone service providers. All right? We beat out Vonage, and we also beat out Verizon. Okay? Now, this technology simply cuts the cost of phone service by up to 50%. It's going to be in over 44 million U.S. households by the end of next year. We have something called GSP-10, which is our version of Skype. But again, it's a huge improvement because while Skype, many times you get dropped calls, a lot of things are grainy, and it's not that secure. GSP-10 is in high definition. We have the ability to do 4-way video calling, and we have international long-distance plans which rival and beat out most of your long-distance phone plans. In addition, we have residential and commercial calling. We have mobile apps which allow you to connect to a Wi-Fi network, and you can actually use a Wi-Fi signal, save on your minutes, and make international calls from your cell phone. And we have a multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art network. The most important thing about this slide, though, is not just that this stuff is cool, but how would you like it if every time someone acquired one of these services from you, you got paid? Not only do you get paid, but you get paid every single month that they pay a bill. All right. Now we're starting to talk about residual income, passive income. This is the way the wealthy and the rich make their money. Every time you do something one time, but for the life of that customer, you continue to get paid. All right. So now the next thing that we're going to talk about is energy. This is 10 times the size of telecom, because what you guys already know and understand is that many of us aren't using home phone services. A lot of us are. However, unless you did not take a hot shower in the 24 hours, well, guess what? You're a consumer of energy. By you being on the internet, you're using energy. By you flicking on a light switch, you're using energy. Cooking on a hot stove, whatever you do around the house that requires electricity or natural gas, you're a customer. Here's the thing. This is a bill that we all pay anyway. Okay? This is 10 times the size of telecom. All the monopolies are being broken up. We're in both residential and commercial markets. This is a $500 billion industry. Here's the important thing, you guys. Once again, how would you like it if every time you allowed someone to save on their supply costs or their supply side of their energy, every time they pay that bill, you would get a piece of that bill? All right, this is actually how we make money in the 5 Links business, because someone acquires a service through you, they're going to love you because you're saving them money on a bill that they have to pay anyway. These monopolies are being broken up because the prices have been historically high, and deregulation happens one time. It happened one time with AT&T, and that's when you saw MCI, Sprint, Quest, and all these other companies pop up. Now it's happening with energy. All these major markets across the country. ComEd in Chicago, Con Edison throughout New York City, Mass Electric, Atlanta Light and Gas, all these major monopolies are being broken up. Here's the thing. You could get paid every time someone pays a bill. So we're in every household already. All right? But in addition to that, you guys, it says additional 5 Links products and services. You guys, look, we already are in every household with energy. But what makes this sweeter than other, let's just say, companies that just profess energy, you can save on your energy, we're on pretty much every bill that you have to pay every 30 days that you cannot pay off. For instance, 5 Links Mobile. We have contracts with Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, and all your major prepaid and discount phone companies. All this simply means is that that person, when they upgrade through you or get a new service through you, every time they pay a bill, you're going to get a piece of that bill. And for the customer, that means that they're able to save 50% or even more on a new phone. So for instance, I was looking at phone prices for a young lady that I know the other day. And she was looking at the new Evo 4G. That's like the newest phone on the block, I hear. That phone in stores costs between $600 and $800, and that's even with the plan. All right? On our website, $199. All right? Now, these are the kinds of savings that we're seeing. There are many phones that are right now on the store, in the store, that are $100, $150. We're getting them for free with the service plan. You're able to offer these savings to your friends and family. However, once they get on this service, every time they pay a bill, you would get paid. In addition, security systems. We have a contract with GE. GE runs a company called Protect America. They were recently rated the #1 security company ahead of ADT. All right? All this simply means you introduce this service to someone, you get paid every time they pay a bill. High-speed internet. We have contracts with all the major internet providers throughout the country. All this simply means is that you introduce this service to somebody, you get paid. Merchant processing. This is one of my favorites, you guys. All right, I have a couple of accounts that I'm working on right now. All this simply means is that you can walk into any business, and you can guarantee them a lower credit card processing rate than they're already paying. Well, how do we do that? We have a relationship with one of the top merchant processors in the entire nation, which is called Century Payments. All right, now this particular company has a program where not only can you offer a lower rate, and you can guarantee it, but that's backed by a $250 guarantee. So if we can't beat their rates, we give the merchant $250 and we walk away. Well, every time a credit card is swiped, you can get paid. 5 Links Satellite TV, we have contracts with both Direct and Dish Network. Direct TV and Dish Network. I'm sure all of us have probably watched a little bit of TV today. Many of us know people who watch TV all the time. I know I do. Well, guess what? You introduce one of these services to them, you get paid every time they watch an NFL game, all right? Now, then you have 5 Links ID Guard. Now, identity theft is the fastest growing crime in the world. People are stealing your identity, all right, faster than they're stealing the stuff in your house. It's easier. Okay, well, how about you help someone protect their identity, and just for that, every time they pay that identity theft protection bill, you get paid. And last but not least, we have text alerts and we have business elite services. The main focus here is text marketing. So you can actually help someone launch their own text marketing campaign. Anybody who runs events, has newsletters, any personalities, restaurants, businesses. The fact of the matter is that if someone gets the service through you, we have some of the lowest rates, only $49.99 a month. Well, guess what? Every time they pay a bill, you get paid. Business Elite Services also includes text marketing, VIP discounts similar to Groupon, and also web conferencing software. These are all great services that we all use, and Platinum Services is something for us as representatives, which includes free credit repair and all this stuff that makes you successful in this particular business. Now, before I go ahead and get to the next slide, I want to pause right here and just take an inventory in your own mind. Which services am I already using right now? Which services am I using today? Are you using energy? Hopefully we took showers in the last hour, all right? Are we using home phone service? Some of us are, some of us aren't. But who in here uses a cell phone or knows somebody who uses a cell phone? That's everybody. Security, all right? You should have it. Internet, we're all using it because you're watching me now. Have you swiped a credit card in the last 24 to 48 hours, all right? Satellite TV. The thing is, we're already using these services anyway. However, unfortunately, most of us, if you're not involved in a company like 5LINX, or if you're not involved in 5LINX, unfortunately, you're only on one end of these services, which is accounts payable. Okay? But becoming a part of 5LINX, all that simply means is that you continue your daily routine. You can help people save money on products and services that they're already using. However, by them getting this service through you, you can get paid. All right, that's the concept of this business. Now, the next slide actually goes into how we get paid. All right, now this says compensation, starting your team. Now, the company wants you to do 3 simple things in order to get $750 in your first 30 days. Now, $750 is not the kind of money that you could potentially see in this business. All right, we have multimillionaires in 5LINX. However, this is going to start your business, and this is going to allow you to recoup your investment with a lot of extra money. And in addition to that, it's going to instill belief. All right, now the first thing the company wants you to do in your first 30 days is to acquire 20 customer points. All right, now all that simply means is that each product or service that we have is worth a point value. All right, so for instance, Platinum Services, which allows you to run your business, that automatically gives you 3 points out of the gate. Home phone service, that's 2 points. All right, cell phone service, that's a point. Merchant processing right now, that's 3 points. So here's how I did it, ladies and gentlemen. How I got involved, and I did get my first bonus, was I got Platinum Services. That was 3 points. Then I got home phone service. At the time, that was 2 points. I got text marketing. At the time, that was 4 points. All right. I got energy. I got ID Guard. I also got internet. Stuff that I was already using. Well, guess what? Just by getting that, just by getting stuff in my own household, I already had 11 points. Now, the next thing I did was I called my mom. All right. And I called my mom and I said, hey, could you help me out? I could probably also save you some money. So she said, of course, baby, what is it? So she ended up getting home phone service. All right. I actually know a couple of club promoters out in Boston, a couple of modeling agencies out there. Well, guess what? That carried me over to my 21 points, and I did that in 3 weeks. The company cut me a check for $500 just by doing that. All right. Now, the second thing the company wants you to do is to introduce this business to 2 tired and overworked people. And I'm sure all of us know at least 2 people who are tired and overworked. All right, you introduce them to this business, you get another $250 for a grand total of $750. All right, now let's just say you don't even do it in your first 30, you do it in your first 60, you still get $350. All right, so this business is very, very doable, and you still recoup your investment even if you only do it in 60 days. All right, but go for that $750. Now here is the slide that illustrates why we should all be looking at an opportunity like this. This particular slide illustrates the power of what's called passive residual income. If you guys don't have the book, and I'm saying this like away from the presentation, if you don't have the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you need that in your life. Because in that book, it illustrates why 97% of the people in this country work for the other 3%. All right? Because we are used to something called linear income. They don't teach this in school. All right? Linear income, all that simply means is that you go to work one time, you get paid one time. And if you don't go to work the next day, you don't get paid the next day. It's simple math. All right? That's linear income. However, the rich and wealthy earn their money by a concept called residual income, also known as passive income. All that simply means is that you do the work one time, and for that one-time effort, you get paid over and over and over again. All right? So, for instance, artist Beyonce records an album one time. However, every time that album plays somewhere on the radio, or every time an album is sold, all right, she continues to get paid royalties over and over. That's called getting paid while you sleep. If you're a real estate developer, if you're a landowner, all right, you sell a building, all right, or let's say you rent out a building, and guess what? You have tenants. Every month you collect the rent, all right? That's residual income. So this particular slide says Five Links pays a commission value on all customers. We're a customer acquisition company. How much you receive is based on your earned position. So let's look at that column on the far left, all right? So this person right here represents you. Now let's say you get involved in this business, and let's say you introduce 3 of your tired and overworked friends, okay? Well, it's safe to say that if they get involved, well, you have a team of 3. Safe to say that if they know 3 people you don't know, all right, then you'll have a team of 9. And it's safe to say that they know 3 people that you don't know, right? So let's just say you have a team of 9. Well, what if those 9 people know 3? Well, that's 27 more. And what if they know 3? Well, that's 81 more, 243 more, 729 more, 2187 more. This thing continues to bubble down. Now, when I first saw this opportunity, the gentleman that I was telling you about, Dave Farrell, who introduced this opportunity to me on May of last year, when I first heard about the opportunity, Dave was right here. He had 5 people. All right, and I made number 6. All right, and I want to show you guys something. Dave got started mid-April last year. Guess what? We have 200 people on our team today. And I say that to you guys just to let you guys know that this thing works. All right. Now, many of you guys know me outside of here. You know, I've run a couple businesses. I've never had a direct selling business before. All right. However, on my local team, we're topping 50 people. And in our immediate team, we have 200 people. This is as a result of this system working. Let's just show you how the money works in this example. All right. Now, what this is going to show, it says team total 20. So let's just, because this thing isn't perfect, and I'm just going to have real talk with you guys. Some people are going to quit. A lot of people aren't business minded. Some people will hear a no one time and they'll quit. Some people will sign in and they'll quit the next day. Human nature. But let's just say you have 20 people on your team, because this thing isn't perfect. So you have 20 people on your team, and let's say each one of those 20 people has 20 billing customers. All right? Because if you remember on the previous slide, we talked about, well, you want to get your 20 customer points so you can get your $500 bonus. So you have 20 people on your team, 20 customer points each. And let's say your commission value is 50 cents. Now, our commission value is actually top over $10, but I don't want you to accuse me of exaggerating, all right? So in this example, your monthly residual income would be $200. All right. Now, many of y'all may not be impressed with that, and I don't expect you to, because I certainly wasn't. However, if you understand the concept of this, just by building a team one time, you get paid this amount of money every single month without fail. All right. Just by having this structure in place. So now, if you realize that you can receive $200 a month, all right, just by having 20 people on your team, why would you stop there? And really, you couldn't stop it. Because once you have 20 people on your team, well, you can have 200 people on our team. And then I just tell you guys that we now have 200 people on our team. So in the same example, with just 20 points, and we have people way over 20 points, but just with 20 points, and with that same little commission value of that same little 50 cents, and remember, many of us are making way above 50 cents. I make more than this 50 cents. But with this example, look at the monthly residual income. All right? Now, couldn't an extra $2,000 a month make a difference in your bank account? Couldn't that change where you live? Could that change even the people in your home? All right, but seriously, you guys, this is very, very powerful. And what you guys need to realize is that a lot of people in Five Links have way more than 200 people on their team. There's a gentleman by the name of Tupac Durencourt. He's been in this business for going on 5 years. Well, in 5 years, he built a book of business of over 24,000 business partners. All right, 24,000. Gentleman makes easily 5 figures a month. Some months making over $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month. All right, and this just goes to show you the power of this business. This is how people get wealthy, and it's called passive residual income. Simply by people going out, acquiring customers, you're getting a monthly dividend every single month just by having a team of distributors bringing in customers. All right, you're making money like a CEO. Now, that money does take time to build, but the beauty about this business and what this illustrates is that we get paid every week in addition to the passive residual income. Now, this is called weekly leadership bonuses. Now, when we're in this company, we are ranked, all right, based on our production. Now, once you receive your 20 points, actually, if you only get 10 points and bring in 2 business partners, well, congratulations, you're an ET, which is executive trainer. All right. Now, ED, that is executive director. You simply create 2 new ETs, all right, and attain the requirements, and you become an executive director. Next level up is national director. Next level up is senior vice president, and the next level after that is platinum senior vice president. All right. Now, what all of these figures mean is that this simply means is that you can get up to $175 per person who joins your book of business. Okay, this is how we get paid every week. So let me give you guys an example. I'm going to give you guys a real example, because about a month ago, I was promoted to the position of national director, this position right here. Now, this is a position where they call the walk away position, because this is the position where a lot of people walk away from their regular jobs. This is a part-time business, but a lot of people walk away from their jobs at this position because there are people at this position earning $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month. Okay, realistically. All right, I had a great month last month, and that was just as an executive director. But being promoted to national director, this is a game changer. Okay, now all this simply means in this example, let's just say you're a national director. Let's just say in a given week, you personally introduce 5 people to your book of business. Well, if you multiply 5 times $140 per person, that means that you're going to receive $700 that following Friday, just by introducing 5 people to your book of business. You get $700 in 1 week. That's in addition to the extra income that you're getting from your monthly residual income. All right. Now, that's great, and that's kind of a linear model. But let's just say you go away on vacation. Now, this is why I love this business. When you go away on vacation, let's say you have 100 people on your team, does that mean that 100 people are going to stop working? Absolutely not. You have EDs and ETs on your team who are all trying to attain bonuses and make their money as well. So let's say while you're gone and you're not even working your business, let's say just 20 people join your team, all right, in a given week. So let's say 20 people join your team, you have good production, you're going to earn 20 times $55. All right, so that's over $1,000 simply because you have a team in place. All right, now that's how we're earning money in this business. I put the team together one time, but as a result of that effort, I continue to get paid every time there's production on the team. All right, now as you kind of go up, you see the numbers up, it look like they're going down, but what you got to realize is your average platinum senior vice president has anywhere from 10 to 30,000 people on their team, or even higher than that. So $5 times 1,000 people joining your team in a given week is a lot of money. All right, And that's how we get paid on a weekly level in this business. So what we're going to talk about is what happens when I get promoted to senior vice president. All right, I'm probably about 3 or 4 months away from this position. All right, so once I get promoted to senior vice president in probably a little over a year's time, this is what I'm going to get, and this is what you will get once you hit senior vice president if you get involved in this business. All right, now what the company is going to do, they're going to pay you like a true executive. So as the senior vice president, you're going to get 5,000 stock options. Now, a lot of you guys are thinking, well, what's a stock option? All right, well, what is a stock option? Well, the stock option, if you remember the timing and positioning slide, this is how the rich and wealthy make their millions and billions of dollars. A lot of people think that Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and the rest of these guys, they're going to get most of their money just by the production in their business, Microsoft, Facebook, or whatever. Well, the real and true money is in the stock options. That's true ownership, because the people who possess stock options, before a company goes public, those stock options become stocks, and that's when you see people go from thousandaires to millionaires and millionaires to billionaires. For instance, when Microsoft went public, they created over 1,000 billionaires. All right? Google, same thing. They created many, many millionaires. Now, in this business, in an Inc. 500 company, where we're already partnered up with multi-billion-dollar businesses, you don't think that companies like Google are looking at us? One of the top direct selling companies, especially in technology, telecommunications, and energy. When this company goes public, it's going to be crazy. All I want to simply say to you guys is that watch out. When you hit this position, these 5,000 stock options are going to become cash when this company goes public. This could easily be a $300,000 payday if this company just goes $60 a share. This is a $500,000 payday if this is just $100 per share. But goodness gracious, Google is worth over $600 a share. Add it up, you guys. In addition to that, you get a BMW payment. The company will give you $800 a month for your BMW of your choice. All right? The only stipulation and the only catch is that this car has to be silver. If you pick any BMW of your choice, 1 Series all the way up through a 7 Series, the company will foot up to an $800 car note for your car until it's paid off, and then it's yours. And guess what? Then they give you another one. All right? In addition to that, you get a Global Links bonus. Every Global Links related product, $3 is set aside for you, and it goes to you. Well, guess what? If you have 1,000 people, 2,000 people on your team, like my senior vice president, well, every time one of these products is sold, you get a piece. You also get an all-expense annual vacation. They take all the senior vice presidents on an annual vacation once a year somewhere around the world. Last year, they took all the senior vice presidents on an all-expense paid cruise around Italy, Spain, and France. Everything paid for, food and drink unlimited. All right? In addition to that, you also get an expense account. The company will give you up to $1,500 a month to pay for incidentals. All right? Now, the next position is a game changer. All right? And I'm actually going to show you guys a ceremony where people are actually getting Bentleys in this business. You actually get a $4,000 a month payment of your own silver Bentley. All right? You'll never see the car note, and they drop this car in your driveway. As a matter of fact, right now as I speak, I just got a text message earlier today that a gentleman on our team is getting his Bentley delivered. All right, I think he's the 17th Platinum Senior Vice President to receive his Bentley through 5 Links. All right, free and clear. In addition, you become a part of the Platinum Pool. The Platinum Pool, all they simply do is they have profit sharing. They set aside a certain amount of money that the company earns, and they divide that amongst all the Platinum Senior Vice Presidents. If you were Platinum Senior Vice President in 2011, that meant that you could have seen a 6-figure check just to start off the year. That's in addition to all the other money that we talked about. In addition, you get another 5,000 shares of stock. What you have to realize is that even though you're a Platinum Senior Vice President, you're still a Senior Vice President. So they're still paying on your BMW and everything else, but you get another 5,000 shares of stock. So you're sitting on 10,000 stock options. In addition, all the fellas get a $10,000 ring, and all the ladies get a $10,000 diamond-studded pendant. All right? Now, These are some of the Platinum Senior Vice Presidents here. One gentleman here that I do want to highlight is Mr. Barry Donaldson, this gentleman right here. This gentleman actually tutored me and trained me in person. I actually went out to his center that he built from the ground up. He owns what is known as the MMG Training Center out in Chicago, trained under him. He's one of the most well-known men, not only in the company, but the entire industry of direct sales. All these people, of course, what they all have in common is that they're Platinum Senior Vice Presidents and they're next to their silver Bentleys. All right. Now, there is an investment to get involved in this business. This is a franchise model. Okay. So we have to understand and realize is that when you buy a McDonald's, you buy that McDonald's. All right. So you're actually buying the system that allows you to sell the hamburgers, that tells you how to train the employees. You go to Hamburger University. Well, you pay, and people are paying, you know, $250,000 to buy certain franchises. Well, for 5LINX, you have to think of 5LINX. When you get involved, this is a true business. But it's a franchise model because you buy a system. So if there are any of you out there who are looking at this and are like, I knew there was a catch, I knew there was some money to be paid. What you need to realize is that you need to stop that stinking thinking, because honestly, you're thinking like one of the 97% of the people who work for the 3%. The 3% of the wealthy people in this country understand that wealth is created by owning networks and systems. And all this simply is a system that if you follow it to the T, you are going to be successful. All right. Now, there are two positions here. Now, there's a customer representative level and there's an independent marketing representative level. Now, respectfully, I don't talk about this position because simply you're working another job. You get paid on everything that we market, but you only get paid on the customers you personally bring in. You don't make money off of building a team. You don't make any open line bonuses, which we didn't even talk about, and you don't make your quick start bonus. All right. So the position that I want to talk about is independent marketing representative level. This is the position that can literally retire you and leave a legacy for your family. It's $249. You get to market all of our products and services, and you're entitled to all the bonuses as well. All right. Now, in this business, you, again, just to rehash, this is your $750 quick start bonus. Again, acquire 20 customer points in your first 30 days, you get $500. Introduce 2 tired and overworked people to your business, you get another $250, and you do that in your first 30 days, that's $750. All right. Now, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So we have unlimited training and support at your fingertips. I'm going to show you guys an example of that in a moment. But you get training and support. You also have something called 5LINX University. Okay, 5LINX University, all that simply allows you to do, you get to go online, you get to actually train in the comfort of your own home anytime. All right. You also get your own personal website. We don't drop ship products to people. All you simply do is guide them to your product website. They get a product or service, and you get paid. Business reporting, this is how we can tell how much money we're getting, when we're getting it, the size of our team, and all those statistics you could ever care to know. All right. In addition, we have access to local, regional, and international training events. Our last event was in New Orleans. Our next event is in 1 month from now in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right. So we have fun. We're able to help a lot of our friends and family not only save money and make money, but we also help people. Okay. And we're making money. All right. So in addition, you guys, that comes to the end of the presentation, but it's not the end of this conversation, because I'm also going to show you what you need to do in your first 30 days. But really, at this point in the presentation, there are always 3 types of people who watch this. The first type of person is not interested. If that's you, that's cool. All right? Not everybody is meant for this business. And in fact, if everybody got involved in this business and became successful, there wouldn't be opportunity. All right? So this is getting in at the ground level, seeing an opportunity, just like Sprint. Sprint had these meetings all the time. A lot of people didn't partake, but the ones who did, they're millionaires and billionaires today. So what are you going to do this time around? Now that you were given the 5LINX opportunity, you're at the meeting, what are you going to do? All right. So the first person is not interested, but if you're not interested, you can at least get back in touch with me or the person who brought you on to this show, and you can actually save on a product or service that you're using anyway. And what I'm going to actually do is leave my email address in the chat So if you want to contact me, get a product or service, want to possibly save some money, you can go ahead and email me or contact the person who got you on this webinar. Now the second person says, you know what, I like this, but I got questions. Well, that's what this chat box is for. So you can definitely ask your questions there. Or again, you can use that same email address that I popped up in that chat box. Last person says, this just makes too much sense. I'm in. Let me know what I got to do to get started. And that's exactly what we're going to go through right now, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I want to thank you guys for watching this presentation. And what we're actually going to do is get into what's called your quick start. All right. So anybody, if you have questions, feel free to ask your questions. And we're going to go ahead and get into your quick start, which tells you how you're going to start off your business in your first 30 days. All right, now do I have any questions in the chat room? And it looks like we got a lot of people signing on, some people in and off. I don't know if there's a bad connection, but what we're actually going to do is demonstrate what comes next in this business. Now, before I do that, I'm actually going to take a break. I'm actually going to take a sip of some tea or something, and I'm actually going to show you guys a ceremony of someone actually receiving their free BMW. All right, so I want you guys to enjoy this clip. I'm going to be right back, and stay tuned. Check this out.
This is real right here. That's Marty.
I'm in your pocket. Yeah, he's just in pocket for you. You take care of it. He's just valet.
In the 2000 and what is that, Israel? 2011, 2012?
12.
In the 2012.
2012.
The voice y'all hear is that of Israel Platinum, Israel Win. As a ride rides back. Strong.
Yeah, I had to watch out for cops.
Oh, you were driving?
I was driving the whole time. Yes. My car, the Bentley GT Coupe 2012, was just parked. And if nobody knows 5 Links works, yes it does, Platinum Senior Vice President, we get a Bentley. It's free. You understand that? Free. F-R-E-E. Dream big and you will have. Dreamers are achievers. I'm telling you. Write it down, dream big, and you will achieve it. It's God's work and it's planned for you. Go get it.
Hey, this Platinum Senior Vice President Marty Wynn. Here's the deal, guys. Today, we just got presented with our new silver Bentley from the company. You know, I mean, a lot of people that got into this deal, they quit. First of all, I'm telling you to get back in because the company works. You've seen us get the BMWs. Now we got the Bentley. So as you see, I just got the 2012 W12 Bentley Continental, $221,000 that I have no car note for, by the way, simply because filing said that they would do that. Now, guys, here's the deal. We've only been in existence for 10 years. We're an 8500 company. We've been there for 4 years in a row. We had $100 million, and now we're marketing energy. What are you waiting for? Get your piece. If he puts this on YouTube or Facebook, email me at...
So what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to pause him right here. I'm actually going to show you one more quick clip. I was actually here at this event, and you could probably see me. I'm going to point myself out, but this is a BMW ceremony, and this was in Massachusetts. And as a matter of fact, the people who received the BMW in this clip, that family actually used to do my sister's hair. It was a funny story. While we were sitting there in the audience, my mother was like, I know that woman. She used to do your sister's hair when she was like 11. So what's funny is, not only, we know these people ain't paid actors, because now, if I'm an actor, well, they're paying me very well for it, but all I'm doing is working the business, and I'm one position away from this ceremony. So I want you guys to just see this. This thing is real, man, and these are real people that my family definitely knows. Check them out.
Okay, guys, listen up real quick. On the behalf, listen up, and get your cameras ready. Listen. On the behalf of the co-founders of our great company, Craig Jerbeck, Jason Guck, Jeb Tyler, and Win Fawcett, we want to congratulate our first senior vice presidents in the state of Massachusetts on behalf also of the Richards Group. Okay, let's give it up. for Mark and Kiat Borley, the first senior vice president. So we want to, the team in Boston wants to present you guys with this plaque, first of all. And then Sharice and I, we want to, before we present you with the key, what I want to say to you, first of all, I want to thank you for being great leaders in Boston and leading by example, paving the way, because this is just the beginning, okay? But you guys were the first to do it, and we want to acknowledge you, and we're just so blessed and thankful that you guys are on my team, on our team. So we just want to say that we love you guys. And you know what I love about this deal, guys, that we're not business partners, we are family.
And if you guys are looking, this is me right here. So I'm right there trying to get a good shot. I actually didn't even shoot this footage. But what I just want you guys to realize, this is Mark right here, and this is Kiat Borley right here. We're actually going to be in Boston tomorrow. And it almost gives me chills to think about this, because 11.5 months ago, I didn't know what 5 Links was. And now I'm one position away from getting a free BMW. And it's not even just about the BMW. What gives me the most chills and what makes me recognize how important this opportunity is, you guys, is just the fact that when I got involved, so many people had doubts. Even my family were like, this thing don't work. All right. Well, guess what? My mother is actually in the business now. I got my mother in the business, and she just got promoted. So for the people who said it didn't work, I don't even fault them, because I think deep down they're just trying to protect me. Friends who said that oh, those things don't work. Honestly, you guys, all I want to say is that with certain companies, I'm sure there are companies out there that don't work, but all I do want to say is that this one does. This company pays. This company is powerful. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and briefly just shift back into what's known as your quick start. So we have something called a quick start training, and this is what we deliver to all our new reps and everybody who gets involved in this business. So this is actually what you're going to be expected to do in your first 30 days. I'm going to run through this real quick, and then I'm going to go through a quick training on how to do this business. All right. So I'm going to give you, this is like a bonus, like a whole bonus show. So take notes and check this out, all right? So this is called our WGI, WorldGate Industries Quick Start Plus. Now, WGI is, in a way, it's like a subdivision of 5 Links, because we're all 5 Links. However, two gentlemen, C. Anthony Harris and Barry Donaldson, their downline in 5 Links is called WGI, and they actually consist of about 80% of the business. And these training tools are used throughout the company, and they have something called your Quick Start Plus training, and this tells you exactly what you need to do in your first 30 days, down to the penny, how much you're going to pay, and exactly how this business works, all right? So now, the first thing in your Quick Start Plus, it talks about the first step, and that's to choose your starting position. $249 is the amount that you pay for your license, okay? You also, your overhead in this business is $49.95 a month. That's your overhead in this business. Every month you're paying $49.95. All right. Now this hosts your website. This includes your advanced trainings. We have a lot of trainings on something called 5 Links TV. I'm actually going to show you guys that in a moment. But this is your advanced trainings and all that good stuff. You can prepay that, but this is going to give you 3 points. All right. So this is $249 plus your monthly platinum services, all right, as an independent marketing representative. All right, now the next thing the company wants you to do is to become qualified and start earning money. The first way you become qualified is you become commissionable by acquiring one Global Links customer. All that simply means is that since Global Links is our flagship product, you either become a customer or you help someone else become a customer, because how can you introduce this technology to someone if you have no idea how to use it? What a lot of people do, let's say they don't have home phone service, they get the app on their phone. If they don't have an app, well, guess what? They go ahead and get the GSP10 software. But by doing that, that's actually going to get you 2 points. All right? So this is how you become commissionable. The second thing is you convert all of your personal services to 5-link services. All right. Now, this was a no-brainer for me because I was trying to get my 20 customer points. And at this point, I was already at 5 points. Well, by doing this, you know, you can upgrade or change your cell phone plan. And the cell phone plans are ridiculous. They're nice. And many of your Android phones, your state-of-the-art Evo 4G phones, many of them are free or super, super cheap. Home security, internet, you convert all the services you can, and you can acquire 5 to 7 points or even more in your own household. All right. You also have commercial services you can do this with. Last but not least, you become energy certified to be able to market energy. The only cost associated with this is a one-time $45 fee, and you can market commercial, residential energy, solar energy, any kind of energy we got, you can market that. All right. And this is actually a 5-links card. Everybody gets one, and this is actually how we get paid. All right. Now, the next part of this just pretty much shows all of our products and services that we already went through. All right. Now, this next particular slide says schedule your 30-day game plan session with your upline executive. All this simply means is that one of us, we're going to sit down with you, or we're going to be on the phone with you, and we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do. We're going to review this with you, and we're going to help you get started. This also says download your personal copy of the WGI 30-Day Quick Start Plus game plan. All right. Now, I actually happen to have it right here. Pow. All right. And this is actually a document that we all have. We get to go through this, and it actually shows you all these same steps that we were going through. All right. You go through these steps, you become successful. This is a turnkey business. You go in, you follow the steps, and you become successful. All right, you guys. All right. So now let's go back to the presentation here. Your next step is you want to create your list of at least 50 names. All right. Sorry, just checking my volume. Want to create a list of at least 50 names. All right. So 25 potential customers, 25 potential business partners. All you need to understand is that customers, we divide them into 3 levels. Reds are the people who readily say yes to you. Greens are people who may say yes to becoming your customer, but they have a lot of questions. Then you have your rotten apples. You spend none of your time with your rotten apples. You want to spend most of your time with your red customers. All right. Now, your potential business partners, you want to create 25 potential business partners. Your reds, these are people you look up to. Greens, these are people like your siblings, your coworkers. These are people on your same level. And blues are the people who look up to you. Typically, your reds, typically they understand business. They understand what overhead is, and they have no problem paying the $49.95 fee. Your greens, they could be, you know, could be slightly reddish, or maybe they don't understand. But then your blues, typically these are people who don't understand business. However, your blue could always lead you to a red. All right. So now the next step in your Quick Start Plus is triple your investment by becoming an executive trainer in your first 30 days. Connect 10 customer points in your first 30 days. You get $100. Connect 20 customer points in your first 30 days. You get another $400. Sponsor 2 qualified IMRs in your first 30 days or less. Get another $250. And you do the training, and you get $750 in your first 30 days. This is exactly what I did. I was actually able to do this in my first 3 weeks. All right. So the next thing the company wants you to do is launch your 5-links business with a grand opening. All right. Just like if there's a new McDonald's in your area or a new Panera Bread, you also want to have a grand opening. And let me tell you guys, this is where a lot of us fail. A lot of people in this business fail. They have one grand opening on day 29, and they wonder why they don't get their money back. You want to schedule your first one within 5 to 7 days, and you want to have 4 in your first 30 days. You do this, and basically you invite folks over to your house just to let them know you're in business. All right. They get involved. They come onto your team. So this is your next step. Launch your business with a grand opening. All right. Now, step 7, join all weekly conference calls and webinars. These are a few right here. We actually have a whole lot of them. We actually have our own team call every Tuesday. But these are important because this allows you to stay plugged in terms of what's going on with the company, tells you about different promotions and all that good stuff. All right. Next, step 8, is to register for the upcoming 5 Links National Training Event. Our next event, as I already stated, is in Las Vegas. This is the registration fee when you get involved, and this is also going to give you 2 customer points. These events are very, very powerful, and the beautiful thing about being involved in your own business is that this is a 100% tax write-off. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not an accountant, so I'm not going to say 100%, but it is definitely a tax write-off just by going to this event. So why not go to Vegas, have fun, write it off on your taxes, and you're also learning and building your business. All right? Next step, 30-day recap. This is just an overview. Again, just to review, there are 2 main ways of getting involved in this business. Most people do what's known as the standard launch. The standard launch, all that simply means is you pay your $249. All right? You also pay your first month of Platinum Services, and then your Global Links value plan. This includes your activation, your taxes, and all that stuff. For your first month, you're looking at an investment to get involved of about $360 or maybe about $400 if you get energy certified. All right? So don't tell me, I thought it was $249. $249 gets you in the building because you're paying for your license, but you're going to need $360 to $400 to get involved in this business. All right? In addition, you have your Platinum launch. This is preferred for people who want to hurry up and get to the next position. They realize there's a cost of ownership, and they simply can afford to pay for extra items to get them to that 10 customer point threshold. Because if you get to 10 customer points, you have 2 people who are involved in the business, you're going to get $750. And just by getting 10 points, you're already getting $100 back. So really your investment is $565, but that's minus $100, so it's $465. So you guys see how it works. These are the 2 main ways to get involved in this business. Most people get in here. All right. And last but not least, step 10 is to become familiar with your virtual office website. All right. So I'm actually going to show you guys a taste of what this website looks like. And that's basically all this says. You become accustomed and used to your virtual office website. So what I'm actually going to do, you guys see my YouTube page. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to log in to my virtual office. And you guys are actually going to see what this thing looks like. Now I'm going to try to maximize my screen as much as possible so you guys could just kind of get a flavor as to how we do it in 5 Links. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and hide my login information. But this is how you log into your virtual office. Make sure only the necessary information is in here. So you see some of my statistics. Okay. So you see my name right here. You see I'm a national director, my city, and everything else. Now, here's the important thing, you guys. You have all these tools available to you. This is included in your Platinum Services. In your Platinum Services, you have this module here. This is the stuff that you normally can't see, but because we're using this software, you can kind of see this business. So Platinum Services, this is actually what you're paying for. You have something called 5 Links TV. You get to actually do these live trainings, and you can actually see footage from previous conventions. This is hours and hours and hours of high definition video where you can actually see people, talking about this business opportunity. Okay, so this is very, very powerful stuff. Let me see if I already have something up. Let me see. I'm actually gonna find a training here, something that was pretty good. But the fact of the matter is, you guys, is that you have all of these high definition videos. This is great stuff. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually bringing something up right now.
And what you can't have now, leave when you will. But don't knock me for trying to bury.
And you can actually see the various people in this business. They're talking about the business. And these are just an example of our trainings. This is a world-class company. And the reason why we have all these multimillionaires in this business. This is a gentleman by the name of Steve Carter. The reason why we're doing so well in this business is because we have world-class training. We also have something called 5 Links University. And when you go to 5 Links University, this is how you start off your training. Just like with Hamburger University, you're actually able to do your own training. These are our training modules. So, there's training, and you actually have to go in and you have to do your training. But when you do your training, you're going to become successful. So what I'm going to briefly talk to you guys next about is how we recruit. Okay? And the specific thing I'm actually going to reference in this whole recruiting module is, give me one quick second, you guys, because I think my Ustream is catching up with me, my live stream. 1 second. All right, so what I'm actually going to go through is something called the baseball diamond. And this is for both my new people and also my experienced reps, because a lot of this we still need to review and we still train. Now, this is actually how we recruit, okay? Now, of course, if you guys remember, we were talking about how to build your list. A lot of you guys are saying, well, how do you know? I don't really know 25 people. Now, we have all these training tools. This is something called a memory jogger. All right. Now, right here it says, who is dissatisfied with their job? Who is unhappy with their income? I'll skip down to number 50. Who works at your bank? Who's on your holiday card list? Go down even more. Who delivers your mail? Who calls you at work? Who watches your children, etc. This memory jogger, it says, who do you know? This helps you build your list. So we help you acquire people who come into your business. And then your next question might naturally be, well, how do you recruit? I don't want to be in the mall with a clipboard. I don't want to have to go door to door. This is not a door-to-door business. You guys remember the friends and family plan? I think it was through Sprint. When Sprint first came in the marketplace, this is how we recruit. We use our friends and our family. All right? Now, we have actual scripts. We have a customer acquisition script role play. And this is all, again, in a document that you receive very, very early on. This is called your Quick Start Plus. All right? And this is just an example of a script that you use. So this is stuff that we go through on our training calls. We go through this in person. Wherever, I don't care what city you're in, there's a training near you, and we're going through all of this stuff. All right? So this isn't a business where you're by yourself. We truly help everybody, because when you succeed, it helps us grow. And the only way I was able to attain the position of national director was because I helped 3 people get to executive director. All right? And actually on my team, we are now about to hit 5 executive directors on our team. So we have a lot of growth, and that's just all because we follow this successful system. Okay? Now, I'm going to briefly go through what is known as the baseball diamond. And I'm going to entertain all questions in the chat room. I don't care what kind of question you got. We're going to answer it on this particular show. Okay? Now, all this slide simply means, I'm going to make sure everybody can see it right here. But all this slide simply means, it says, playing baseball with WGI, understanding the recruiting process. Because what a lot of people ask me, even before they're in 5 Links, they're like, well, how do I recruit? And then a lot of people say to me stuff like, well, you know what? I'm not going to join 5 Links until I know I can get people on my team. Because I don't want to just do this thing and I'm going to be stuck out there. What I want to impart to all of you guys is, do not attempt to figure this business out before you get involved. This is a business where we show you how to become successful. You trust the system. You trust our turnkey model. You trust the process, and if you follow the process, you're going to become successful. Do not try to figure out 5 Links. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't care if you're brand new to this system, if you've never seen this before. I don't care if you're brand new. There are people who've been in 5 Links for 1, 2, 3 months, even 1, 2, or 3 years, and they're still trying to do it their own way. They're not trying to do it the 5 Links way. So it kills me when people say, well, 5 Links don't work. You know, I've run into people, even to this day, who've been in 5 Links, and they tell me, Rico, I don't know how you do it, man, but 5 Links don't work. It don't work for me. There's a young lady that I know who's really cool people. I have a lot of love and respect for her. She's a business owner. Her father was in 5 Links. And when I try to tell her about 5 Links, she's like, I'm not doing 5 Links. I said, why aren't you doing 5 Links? She's like, well, because my dad was involved with it and he had a bad experience. And I said, how big was your father's team? She's like, oh, well, he really didn't make any money with it. He didn't really build a team. It didn't work for him. And I'm like, so why aren't you taking a look? Well, because It's a scam. I don't think it's going to work for anybody. It's not going to work for me. And I said, well, why don't you take a... She's like, nah, I'm not even going to take a look. I'm like, okay. Here's the thing, you guys. I met a lot of people in this business, all right? People who aren't having success in this business. Like me personally, I'm a regular dude. A lot of you guys might already know me. I've been on television before, the Dr. Phil show before. I was also a software engineer who was fired from a Fortune 100 company. So I came into this industry not knowing a darn thing about network marketing, but what I did was I read a book called Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark and Renee Yarnell. Someone wants to put that in the chat room, I would appreciate it. It's called Your First Year in Network Marketing. Great book. I read that book, and guess what, you guys? I said, you know what? Because in my first month, my natural intuition was to do it my way. That didn't really work. Now, I got my bonus, but business was kind of stagnant until I really got serious about training. Now, as of March of 2012, I started to match the income that I was making as a software engineer at a very, very big computer company. All right? That everybody's heard of, but that I'm not going to say. All right? I started to match that income in 5links. And I'm just pausing because I really want to impress upon you guys the fact that this thing works if you follow the process. If you follow the process, it works. So let me show you what the process is. And this is how people fail. All right? The process is simple. We call this a baseball diamond. This is all we do in 5links. We help people get customers, and we help people get business partners. That's all we do. We do those two things. Help people get customers and help people get business partners. Now, this is how we get business partners, okay? How we get business partners is using this model called the baseball diamond. All right? Now, our first step is to pique interest, okay? Now, piquing interest, all that simply means is that we say to someone that we know, friends or family, a relative, and we say, hey, guess what? You know what? First off, we get in conversation. We don't try to pitch people. You shouldn't be pitched. No one likes to be sold, so we just engage in conversation. And then while we're talking to people, we just look for hot buttons. We say, okay, how you doing? How's the family? How's life? We actually use an acronym called FORM, F-O-R-M. And that acronym actually stands for family, occupation, recreation, and money. So first we talk about family. How's everything with the family? Occupation, how's everything with your job? And we talk about recreation. Well, what are you doing in your spare time? Are you able to have fun? And I don't care who it is, just about everybody I know, from a doctor or lawyer all the way down to a busboy, everybody is complaining about the amount of time or the lack thereof as a result of their job. All right? I have doctors in my family. I have lawyers in my family. My sister was a corporate lawyer. She worked 7 days a week, made well into the 6 figures, but had no time to enjoy all that money. So to all those people, they're always going to name some sort of aspect in their life where they're short, either time or money. Now, that's how we pique interest in this opportunity, because this is a part-time business, but you're able to attain full-time income. Again, many of my business partners are earning $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month. Not a year, but a month. Okay? And this is a part-time opportunity. So how do we pique interest? We look for those hot buttons. And all we simply do is we say, well, you know what? I want you to take a look at what I'm doing. We don't explain the opportunity. So all of my guests watching this, don't attempt to explain this to someone who hasn't seen the presentation. You aren't in 5links, so why are you trying to explain 5links? Don't explain this business. It's not meant to be explained. There are a lot of visuals, there are a lot of slides, and you're probably going to say something wrong. And before you get to the end, they're going to be like, I'm not doing that scheme because you didn't present it properly. So to pique interest, you simply engage in conversation and you guide them to a tool. These are our tools. Know what you guys just saw today? You guys saw a presentation. All right? This is the magazine, but you guys saw a presentation. Technically, when someone sees a tool, they're on first base. One tool is a website. The website is www.123setsyouFree. I'm typing it out. setsyouFree.com. All right. They click on the business overview, and guess what? They get a full 28-minute presentation on this business. We have a recorded conference call. This is a 3-minute conference call, which pretty much tells you how to do this business. All right, you guys. If someone wants to help me out with the conference call number, that'd be great. If not, I'm just going to look it up. You know what? I'm going to look it up. I'm going to bring it up here. But we have our own conference call number. Our number is area code 585-420-4582. Now, when someone calls that number, and you can 3-way call somebody with this number. You 3-way call them. It's a 3-minute recorded call, and it explains 5 links in 3 minutes for people who are pressed for time. That's another tool. All right, this is how we get people to at least know what 5 links is. The third way is with a video. We have a DVD. We have a nice little starter kit that we get. All reps get it. And you introduce them to the video. You simply let them borrow the DVD. They check it out. And then you ask them if they see an opportunity. The answer is yes. Then we go to the next step. Last but not least, we have a magazine. All right. And thank you, HLC in the chat room. We have also a Steve Carter 3-minute P call. We also have a magazine. We've been featured in so many publications on so many media networks that we just simply find one and we give it to people. We have a Your Business at Home magazine that came out earlier this year. We simply give them a magazine. They check out the business for themselves, and guess what? They're on first base. All right? Now, for the people who've done 5 links and who are not successful, or maybe you might be looking at this and maybe you're just trying to recruit more, this is where most of us fail. Okay? And I want you guys to pay attention. This is where most of us fail, and this is what separates the people who are national directors and senior vice presidents from people who've been ETs for more than a year, or IMRs for more than a year, or people who have quit. And that's because what most people do is they give people a tool and then they quit. Because they give them a tool and then they wait for the phone to ring. It doesn't work that way because you only got them on the first base. If you play baseball and you only get people to first base, are you going to win the game? No, because they have to go around the home plate. Well, the next step after this is you follow up. You have to follow up within 24 to 48 hours. And you ask them if they see an opportunity for themselves. If they do, you get them, they're already on the phone. And this is something that I always do. I say, okay, cool. You're interested? They say, yeah. I say, well, cool. Well, check this out. Listen, do you have 5 minutes right now? Most people are going to say, yeah. You have 5 minutes? They're going to say, yeah. What's up? And then I say, well, guess what? There's a gentleman. This is what I'm doing right here. I'm edifying an expert. I say, there's actually someone in this business who's making way more money than me. All right? This gentleman's making, having a lot of fun. He's making a lot of money. He's having a lot of success. And he loves helping people. And he knows all the information. Now, I say all 4 of those things because this appeals to the 4 different types of people. This is psychology, y'all. And this is actually what we learn in this business. We say 4 things. We make a lot of money. That appeals to the shark. All right? I'm typing this in the chat room. We make a lot of money. That's what sharks like. All right? We know 100% of the information. That's what urchins like. We're having a lot of fun. That's what dolphins like. All right? And last but not least, we love helping people. That's what whales like. These are the 4 different types of people when what appeals to those 4 people. Well, essentially, all we're doing is we're edifying somebody. We're saying basically to that person on the phone, I can get you on the phone with someone who is all these things. So basically, if that person wants to, cool, you get them on 3-way with an expert. You don't just surprise them and say, ta-da, I want you to talk to somebody. You just say, hey, you have 5 minutes? They say, yeah. You say, look, there's someone I want to introduce you to. This person's having a lot of fun, making a lot of money, having success, and loves helping people. I want you to talk to Mr. So-and-so. So you get this person on the phone with an expert. All right? Now, hopefully you told the expert to expect your call. But you get them on the phone with the expert, and guess what? Now they're on second base. We're a team-based business. This business is not designed for you to do it on your own. Okay? So you get them on the phone with an expert. Well, guess what? You're on second base. Now, simply at this point, especially if you're new, this is in cruise control. Okay? Because now that they're on the phone with this expert, the expert now has the ball. The expert, it's now up to them to get your prospect all the way home. The expert, which would be me in your case, all right, this is simply your upline executive. They're going to invite your prospect to, and this is this step, they're going to promote and invite the next PBR. This stands for private business reception. You're trained on all of this. They're going to invite them to a BOM. This is a business opportunity meeting. Or they're going to have a one-on-one with that person. All right? They'll schedule a time to do a one-on-one. All right? Or you guys can have a two-on-one. Okay? Or there'll be a webinar like this. This is considered a webinar. Or there'll be some sort of video phone chat. We actually have our own tablet coming out. But here's the whole thing. This expert is going to invite them so they can see the information again. Okay? So what you guys need to realize is that many times before someone joins the business, before they enroll, many times they have to see the opportunity one time, maybe even a second time. They talk to an expert, and then they maybe see it a third time or even a fourth time before they become a part of your business. The reason why most people fail is because they'll start sending out websites. They'll send this website. They'll send 123 Sets You Free to 100 people, and they'll be like, damn, why ain't nobody joined 5 links? I'm quitting. And then they'll quit. All right? Guess what? When I first joined, in my first month, I think 5 people actually joined my business. Of those 5, only 2 people remained in the business. The other 3 quit because they sent out the website about 3 times. They said it didn't work, and then they quit. And right now I'm making thousands of dollars a month because I stuck to it and I followed the process. All I had to do was follow up and put them on the phone with an expert. This is all we do. I still do this. My responsibilities don't change from the time I sign up to the time I hit the top of the company. I just get paid more for doing this, you guys. This is all we do. Stop making this so difficult. Give people a tool. Edify an expert. You get them on the phone with an expert. All right? The expert promotes and invites them to one of these events. You do this enough, they're either going to come up with the money or maybe they need time to enroll. But guess what? They're going to enroll, and guess what? You have a new representative. That's it. That's the recruiting process in this business. Now, obviously, a lot of us have questions. Well, how do I approach this person? How do I approach that person? You learn all of this in your training. But what I want to instill upon you guys is the fact that we don't reinvent the wheel in 5 links. If maybe perhaps you've been approached by someone else in 5 links who tried to do something else different, well, they didn't follow the process. Okay? If you have someone who, I don't know, who approached you with a clipboard or knocked on your door, they didn't follow the process. I owe 100% of my success not to me being smart or anything else. I turned off my thinking cap and I followed the process. All right? So that is how we do this business, you guys. This is how we do this business. Now, to get customer points, now this is like a little bonus thing. I don't even know if it's on this. This is our little quick start training guide. I'm kind of going through it. They give you everything. Like everything you need to be successful, they give it to you. So I don't understand when people are like, oh, this business is tough. I can't do it. Now, there are parts of this business that you have to get used to because one thing, a lot of people aren't going to see your vision. I don't even think the customer acquisition part is on here. But a lot of people aren't even going to see your vision. I'm just scrolling through here. A lot of people aren't going to see your vision. They're not going to understand why you're doing this business. They're going to say, that thing don't work. This thing don't work. All that stuff. Okay? Now, you guys already saw Marty win. You saw him with his Bentley. I've seen this gentleman, met this gentleman many times. You see the success stories. You see people crying on stage. And these are real people. All right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen what are known as SVP speeches. This is another one right here. This is from a 5 Links convention. This is with Miss Black America. I'm going to pause this real quick so you guys can hear me. This is with Miss Black America, Miss Camelia Mullen. All right, she attained the position of Senior Vice President, but she did it by following a process. All right, now she had a very, very touching story. This is actually what a convention looks like. Check this out. It's just someone with a camera phone, and we actually carry our Senior Vice Presidents to the stage. Now, there's actually official video, but this is a camera phone video. Now, this business is powerful. It's not just all fun and games. You can't even describe it because, and I'm going to kind of skip ahead, you can't even describe this business. I'm actually going to find another one if I can find one of her. But you can't even describe this business because the stuff that you learn, the friendships that you form, and the business connections that you make, it can't touch anything that you've ever seen or been through. All right, you guys? It can't touch any of that because you're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about self-development. I'm actually trying to see if I can find her speech. I can't find her real speech on here. But the bottom line of this business is that, you know, you're going to learn a lot about yourself. But the thing is, if you're going to just stay outside the fence and watch all of us make money, then stay outside the fence. But this is for you. Just don't ever say that whoever invited you on here, and just don't say that, you know, whoever invited you, just don't say that we didn't tell you so. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to leave off this clip, and this is actually another gentleman in the business. His name is Mr. Tupac Derencourt, and this is actually his birthday celebration. He turned 40 years old. He's been in this business, again, for about 4 years. And you're going to see a lot of our business partners wishing him a happy birthday. You guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this overview and this training. This was extended, but I wanted to give you guys a really good idea of what this business is about. Hopefully I answered some questions. Hopefully I helped some of you guys with your businesses. And I want you guys to be successful, stay prosperous, and I wish you guys a happy and prosperous 2012. Again, if you guys have questions about this business, take down my email, which is rsuber@5links.net. Also, you can contact me at facebook.com/RicardoSuber. All right? And I wish you guys all the best and success in your business. And if it wasn't me, definitely get back to the person who got you onto this presentation. Now, check this out. Enjoy. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
What's up, Tupac? Happy birthday, 40th birthday. Let me tell you, I told you we would do it. We did it. 40 years old, multi-millionaire, doing it big in the direct sales industry. But here's the deal, what I'm excited about, brother. You heard this from me first. By the time you hit 45 years old, you'll be the #1 money earner in the industry. And I'm just so proud and honored that I introduced you to this industry. So here's to you, Tupac. Happy birthday. God bless you. And I will see you on the beaches of the world.
We are here partying live with the birthday boy, Tupac Derencourt, and Jason Gupp. It's your birthday. How do you feel tonight?
I feel great. Loving and living life, living the dream. Hey, Tupac. First of all, I wanted to say happy birthday. Happy 40th birthday. I wouldn't have missed this for the world. You're a tremendous leader, an inspiration to so many people, and I'm really proud that you're a partner with us at 5 Links.
It's admirable that you can give back at this point in your life. So how do you feel about giving back?
Well, with great success comes great responsibility. We have to, you know, reach back down and help everybody come back up, and, you know, SaveNAS.org is the website. We have until April 15th to come up with another $700,000. So do what we can do.
Hey, we just want to wish Tupac a happy 40th birthday. Dude, love you. Wish you all the best.
All the best, man.
That guy is like my best friend in the world. We've been from a place where we weren't even supposed to make it out, you know. It's been about 25 years, Lenox and Flatbush. I mean, there's a lot of our friends and family that's not with us right now.
but we wasn't even supposed to make it out, but just the mere fact that we made it out, we were successful, and now we could be in a business together making millions of dollars. That's just exceptional. I think that was better than winning to make $1 million right now, the odds.
It's a wonderful experience to get together with my colleagues, my partners. Tupac is a wonderful friend. He's a mentor and a leader, somebody who really instills some good principles and some values into the business, and his work ethic is impeccable.
This is a wonderful experience right now. Tupac's a phenomenal person. I want to wish him a very happy 40th birthday.
Happy birthday to Tupac. He's an amazing man. I've known him since Howard University. He's such an inspiration to so many people.
Happy birthday, Tupac. This is Mama Wynn. Just wishing you a happy birthday, and I hope you have many, many more.
Happy birthday, Tupac. You are my brother from another mother. Happy birthday. God bless.
Happy 21st birthday for the 19th time.
Can't wait till the 50th. We're going to build this thing to multi-billions. 100 billion, my man.
Happy birthday, Pop. You've been like a big brother to all of us, man. Definitely much love, much success all day, every day to you, man.
Hey, Tupac, happy birthday, man. I want to tell you something from the top of my heart to inside of my spirit. Thank you for what you did for me. With you, I was able to get the MLM award.
Happy birthday, sweetheart. I love you. Mwah. Happy birthday, Tupac. I want to wish you a happy birthday and many, many more. Well, happy birthday, Tupac.
What's up, Pac? You know we're coming from your 40th birthday bash to say happy birthday to the one, the only gentleman who started the Dorin Court dynasty.
Tupac, I want to say happy birthday and wishing you many, many more. Happy birthday, Pac. You deserve all the best, man. Everything God has in store for you, you deserve it all.
Happy birthday, Tupac.
Tupac, you know that I love you. You're like one of my favorite people. Wouldn't miss this for the world.
Tupac is the first promoter to bring me to DC. Health, happiness, okay? Eternal wealth for our families. Our last names being changed forever. And safe travels back home tonight. I love you all. God bless. And let me tell you, I'm going to see y'all on the beach having a different conversation in 2-3 years. When we all platinum and diamond. Let's go.
Hey, listen, I love you to death. We're going to make this thing happen. Diamond, double diamond, whatever they come up with, we're going to make it happen, because that's how we do. So, man, I love you. Let's win together, all right? One love. Tupac, man, I want to wish you a happy birthday, man. It's a great party. I'm very happy for you and your family, man, to have this kind of success. And more so, man, you spreading the success to someone like me, so I can bless my family with this opportunity, man. So with that being said, happy 40th anniversary, and we wish you many more. What more can I say, team? Like, hey, man, again, happy birthday to a friend and a mentor. I appreciate you, dog. My man, East Flatbush for life. Now, I mean, you heard, holla.
Yo, Tupac, hey, man, happy 40th, man. I know 40th was a great year for me, but we want to say thank you, man, for your commitment to all of us, man. And this is a celebration of you, man, so we come from all around the country to be with you. We love you, man. We appreciate you, man. And all that you've been doing for everybody else, we just want to give it back to you, man. Peace out, man. We see you at Diamond. We're all coming right behind you. Peace.
Hey, I'm one of your famous Team Power members. I just want to wish you a happy birthday and many more.
Tupac, make the next 40 better than the first 40. We love you. Thank you so much for your dedication. And just have the ball. We love you.
Hey, Pac, happy birthday to you, brother. Hey, we certainly appreciate everything you've done, not only for that North Carolina market, but for me and Dina personally. Your mentorship, your guidance has just been tremendous. And, brother, we just appreciate you. And tonight, we celebrate you. Happy birthday again.
I tell you what, we're so excited here. Just want to say congratulations. God bless you. This is CC Richards, Senior Vice President of 5 Links, coming live. Just want to honor the birthday celebration of our awesome double platinum Senior Vice President, Tupac Dorin Court.